the same time.
Okay.
Okay, I think we're good. All right. So you come into child's pose, and do you have a bolster or something you can put under your body, like a big pillow? Amazing, because that way it'll be a little bit more restorative just to start. Perfect.
Put it like that?
You can put it like that. You can put it the long way so that it starts, but yeah, perfect.
Okay, gotcha.
Even in between your knees a little bit, if that feels good, whatever sort of allows you to really ground into the floor. And
That's good.
okay, good. Feels supported.
Yes. You know what? Give me a minute. I just want to put something under my knee. So
Okay.
I put it there and there. Now I'm cooking.
Perfect. Okay. So allow your breath to slow down and get deeper and deeper. Feel the breath fill the back of your hips, your lower back. As you breathe in, the breath comes all the way from the collarbones down to the tailbone. And as you breathe out, the breath comes all the way from the tailbone up, out the collarbones. Sometimes we need a little pressure to get moving, but sometimes we put too much pressure on ourselves. I must do this, we think, and I must do it better and faster. We begin to believe that only by worry and fear and pressuring ourselves can we get the job done. Whether the job is spiritual growth, making a particular decision, or accomplishing a task. That kind of pressure doesn't get the job done any better or faster. It simply makes you tense and fearful and stops the creative juices. Too much pressure can take you out of the present moment. It can inhibit the life force, the flow of life within you. That kind of pressure can make so much noise in your mind that you can't hear your heart. We have responsibilities, we have time frames and commitments to others, and there are times that we need to get the job done. But the most pressing job can be done best when we're relaxed. The most urgent decision can be made most clearly when we're at peace. It doesn't help to force ourselves to go faster, be somewhere else, or be someone we're not. There are a few things we need to do that can be enhanced by becoming tense, fearful, and worried. The more pressing the situation, the more pressing the need to be present for ourselves and be present for each moment. Let off some steam, release your emotions, clear the pathway to the heart. The answer will come, the job will get done. Give yourself some relief. Take the pressure off. On your next inhale, we're going to come sit up into easy seat. And we're going to start by doing some spirals with the body.
Okay, so I can't cross my legs too much.
Do you want to sit in hero's pose? Is this better?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you can put the bolster or a block underneath your tailbone so that it's not hard on your knees.
That.
Okay, perfect. One thing I want you to do though in this position.
That's too much. Okay, let's try this.
The one thing I want you to do though is lengthen the tailbone down. So you're spreading the sacrum from the center to the sides and you're not falling forward into the knees. And we're going to start with our hands on our thighs and we're going to do a sort of seated cat-cow in this position. So inhale, look up. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round. Inhale up. Exhale down. And back to center. And we're going to bring our arms to our shoulders. And we're going to inhale left, exhale right. Inhale left, exhale right. Go as fast or as slow as you want. But really think about keeping the tailbone long.
So this is like too much pressure here.
Okay, do you want to sit on the chair?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you.
No problem.
Better.
Okay. So we're going to do the same movement.
Okay.
The thing I want to ask is that your feet are underneath your knees and your shoulders are over your hips. So really make 90 degrees. You can open or close as feels good, but your feet should really be underneath your knees and your hips should really be underneath your shoulders so that we're bent correctly at the waist, and then we have full use of the spine. And then from there, I want you to think about lengthening the tailbone down so you're not sitting too far forward, which is like leaning into the future, or sitting too far back, which is like hesitation and leaning into the past. So really try to be in the center of your center. And first, let's just take a minute to find the center. So we're going to do that by going slightly forward and feeling what forward feels like in the hips, and the hip bones as they connect with the chair. And then go slightly back and feel the change in the hips as they connect with the chair and where you sort of have a pull on the front belly. And do that a few times just to find your middle. And then we're going to do that side to side as well. So you're going to just move your whole torso side to side, feeling the pressure in each sit bone as it connects with the chair. And as we move side to side, it allows us to come back to the middle. And once you're in the middle, the 90-degree angle of the hips should feel natural, and you should be able to feel a natural lengthening of the spine. And once we've established that, we're going to move into our pranayama. So from here, you want your thumbs in the back of your shoulders and your forefingers in the front of your shoulders. And then we're going to start again. Inhale left, exhale right. Inhale left, exhale right. Seconds. And on your next, bring your hands to your thighs and receive. So take long, deep breaths and feel the benefits. Feel the shifts that have already occurred.
Yep, speak a little louder.
Okay. Feel the benefits of the pranayama. See where you feel it in your body. And just take 3 deep breaths here. Now we're going to bring the right hand to the seat of the chair, and the left hand is going to come up and over, and making sure that our sitting bones are still connected with the chair. Arch the body over to the right. You can use the right hand on the chair to push and lengthen the right side of the body, which gives the left side even more ability to stretch. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, the left hand to the side of the chair. Right hand comes up and over. Push into the left hand to lengthen the left side body. And the right arm is going to come up and over the ear. Inhale, both arms up. This time we're going to do a slight twist. So the left hand is going to come to the knee. The right hand is going to come to the handle of the chair. And it's the beginning of class, so be very gentle. Pull on the back of the chair. As you inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, look behind you. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, right hand to the left knee, left hand to the back of the chair. Inhale, lift and lengthen, opening the heart. Exhale, twist. Looking behind you. Inhale, back to center. We're going to stand up and we're going to come to down dog with our hands on the chair. So turn your chair sideways. First, we're going to do it with our legs a little bit closer, so more like a forward fold. And we're going to do a little bit of a cat-cow here. So the hands should really be able to support you. You're going to inhale, lengthen the spine, look forward. Exhale, round the back, look down. Inhale, lengthen forward. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, forward. Exhale, round the spine. Walk your hands to where the legs meet the seat of the chair. And then take 1 or 2 steps back, depending on your height and flexibility. And then slowly shift your hips back in space, allowing your head to dangle between the arms. And first, we're just going to pedal out the feet a little. So bend one knee and then bend the other knee, allowing the backs of the legs to open. And then inhale, come forward to a plank. So lengthen the body. Exhale, push it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, push it back. 2 more times like this, moving slowly and methodically, feeling the movement of the muscles in your body. Next time when we get to down dog, we're going to deeply bend one knee and allow the back of the opposite hip to open. Is this okay for you?
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to switch legs, deeply bend the other knee. Slowly walk your feet closer to the chair. Inhale, come up to stand. And bring your hands up over your head. We're gonna do banana pose. So exhale, hands to the right, hips to the left.
Okay, both sides.
Inhale, back to center. Exhale, hands to the left, hips to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, hips to the left, hands to the right. And one more time, hands to the left, hips to the right. Inhale, back to center. Bring your hands down by your sides. Place them in your, as if they're going into your back pockets of your pants. And we're going to do a very slight back bend. It's really only to lift and lengthen out of the heart. So as your pubic bone way down here comes forward, you're going to lift your heart. And then pubic bone goes forward, heart goes up. And it doesn't even have to be a visual change, a visible change. We're just working on the directions of the energy. The pubic bone goes forward, the heart goes up, and exhale, release, come back to center. We're going to come into warrior one with the chair. So you're going to turn the chair this way, and we're going to step the left foot forward, right foot back. Is this okay for your hip?
I can't do warrior one on a chair.
Okay, so.
Oh, I can do it standing, but not on a chair.
Okay, perfect. So let's do it standing. So we're going to start at the back of the mat, and you're going to step your right foot forward, deeply bend the front knee. Bring your hands to your hips and square your hips towards the front foot so that everything is aligned to the front of the mat. Pay attention to the back leg so that you can extend the external side of the back leg long and push through the pinky side edge of the foot. Then we're going to inhale your arms up, deeply bend the front leg, and lift the heart up to the sky. On the exhale, bring your hands to cactus arms. Bring the shoulder blades into your back and use that action to lift up a long line of energy all the way from the pubic bone, up the front of the body, up to the heart, up to the head. And then deeply bend the front knee again. Exhale, interlace the hands behind your back. And slowly come forward into devotional warrior. Shift the right hip back in space and allow your head to lower, letting go of any tension in the neck. On the next exhale, release the hands to the floor, and we're going to come into supported warrior three. So you're going to lift the back leg.
So let me see, not sure. I can do that with the chair.
Okay, perfect. So for the next time, we'll keep the chair right in front of us so it's already ready. So you're going to just come into warrior three, closing the hips to the floor so that your left hip is not lifted. You're pushing into the big toe mounds of the right foot, which allows you to lift through the arch. And then you're flexing the back foot, having a long line of energy all the way from the crown, through the spine, through the left heel. One more breath. And then slowly step the left foot to meet the right foot. Walk your feet back a little bit in space and shift your hips back, downward facing dog. Shift forward into a plank. And then if you feel okay with it, you can come forward into an up dog on the chair. Exhale back to a downward facing dog. And slowly come to standing. Come to the back of your mat. And we're going to do the opposite leg. So this time, step the left foot forward. Come into warrior one. Square the hips to the front of the mat. Lengthen the back leg so that you can really straighten it and use the pinky side edge of the foot to square the right hip forward, left hip back. Deeply bend the front leg. Inhale the arms up. Shoulder blades come down into your back and your heart lifts up towards the sky. One more breath here. Exhale your arms into cactus arms. Use the action of the arms to lift the chest even more. And then feel a long line of energy coming from the pubic bone all the way up the front body, lifting the heart. Exhale the hands behind your back, interlace the hands. Deeply bend the front leg and slowly come forward into devotional warrior. Shift the left hip back in space so it's not jutting out to the side. And release the head so you're not causing any tension in the neck. On the next exhale, release the hands, bring them to the chair, and then slowly shift your weight forward, lifting the right foot in space. So you're coming into a supported warrior three. Push the big toe mounds of the left foot into the floor to activate the entire left leg. Shift the right hip down in space so that your hips are even. Your right hip is not lifted. And then push with the heel of the right foot so you have a long line of energy through the entire back body. And it's as straight as can be. Exhale, you're going to step the right foot to meet the left foot. Walk the feet back in space. Come into a downward facing dog, allowing the body to come back to neutral. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, back to down dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, lower the hips onto the chair, lifting the heart, up dog on the chair. Exhale, push it back, downward facing dog. Release the head and say yes, yes. No. Releasing any tension in the neck. And then slowly walk your feet to meet your hands. And we're going to come to the middle of the mat for our open hip sequence. You prefer to do warrior 2 also not on the chair?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I never tried warrior 2 on a chair. We can try it.
If it's standing, that's totally fine. Whatever is more comfortable for you. We can leave the chair there in case, because I want asana.
Okay.
Chair accessible. We're going to start with our legs 3 to 4 feet apart. Inhale, rotate the entire left leg so that it's parallel to the sides of the mat.
So I'm on the other side. You want me to do the left leg first?
You do whatever.
All right.
Closer to the chair. Inhale the arms up. And first thing we're going to do is just lengthen up out of the pelvis. So push the pinky side edges of both feet into the mat. Activate the inner legs and lift until there's no more wiggle room in the pelvis. Once that's the case, you're going to exhale, bend the front knee, open up the arms. You may have to extend your stance slightly, maintaining the length in the spine that we just created. Deeply bend the front knee. Push through the back pinky side edge of the foot. And inhale, lift your torso up out of your pelvis. On the exhale, you're going to flip the front palm, bring the back hand to your lower back to watch to see what that's doing. It should really stay as it is right now. Inhale, sweep the ceiling, lifting the front arm all the way to where the ceiling meets the wall, keeping the front leg super bent. Coming into a peaceful warrior. On the exhale, we're going to bring our hand to our thigh, keeping the hand at your lower back so that you can use that hand to lengthen the chest, open it to the side wall, and have a long line of energy from the back pinky side edge of the foot, up the outside of the leg, up the side of the torso, and out of the top of the head. Inhale, back, keeping the knee bent, peaceful warrior. And this time we're going to straighten the leg, coming into windswept triangle. And then from here, we're going to come into triangle pose. So bring your hands to a T. And then slowly lower the front hand. If you want to go to the chair, if it's not too far, you can just go to the chair and use the length of the chair, the seat of the chair, to lengthen the sides of your waist. One more breath here. And then you're going to bend the front knee, bring the back leg in slightly, and come into Ardha Chandrasana. If this is too high, you can come onto your forearm.
So my legs are very long and the chair is too low, so.
Okay, perfect.
I'll try the back.
Okay, that works. I'm very short, so. So from here.
And I can't, that's too much on my hips.
Okay.
My hips aren't that strong.
Okay, so let's do it baby.
Baby, yeah.
We're just gonna come into this position and you come up onto the tip toe.
Okay, that I can do.
And then from there, you feel the action of the front leg, not trying to lift the back leg. There still is a lot of work going on the inner thigh. And from here, you can just bring your hand to your hips and keep your chest open.
I feel it right here. That's good.
Yeah. And slowly release. I like to do a little shimmy before we
Take it out.
Now we're going to bring the chair to the other side so it's there ready for us when we need it. Okay, so step your feet 3 to 4 feet apart. Inhale the arms up. Interlace the thumbs. You can't see because my camera can only show so much, but I'm pulling my thumbs away from each other so that I can use that leverage to lift up out of my pelvis, remove any wiggle room from my hips. Once there's no, then we have to rotate the entire leg that's closer to the chair out to the side. Now lift up out of the hips. Once there's no more wiggle room, lower the hands, deeply bend the front knee, and find your stance for warrior two. Maybe step your front foot a little farther forward so your knee is not in front of your ankle.
Better?
It looks like, based on the angle of the camera, your knee is...
You want my knee? Oh, where do you want my knee?
I want your knee over your ankle right now.
Okay, got it. I got it.
Okay, perfect. So once you're there, release the hands, gazes over the front pointer finger, and use the pinky side edge of the back foot to lift the arch of the back foot and lengthen the whole back leg. Lengthen up out of the pelvis and firm the triceps, relax the shoulders. On the inhale, we're going to flip the front palm, bring the back hand to the lower back, and then keeping the front knee bent, sweep the ceiling, coming to the point where the ceiling meets the wall, lengthening the front side body into a peaceful warrior. Exhale, bring the forearm to the thigh, keeping this hand on the lower back to lengthen out of the top of the head. Allow the shoulders to open to the side wall. And find this open twist. The back hand is there to tell you if your lower back is crunching and to give you a point of leverage to really lengthen out of the crown of the head. Keeping the front knee bent, keeping the back leg straight. On the exhale, we're going to inhale up and back, keeping the front knee bent into peaceful warrior. Lengthening the front side body. One more inhale here, and on the exhale this time, we're going to straighten the front leg, coming into windswept triangle. And then from here, we're going to come into triangle pose. So bring your hands to a T, and then you can come to the chair for triangle pose, or whatever works best for you. If you're using the chair, make sure to push into the chair so that you lengthen the tailbone down and open the chest to the side wall. And then we're going to come into baby Ardha Chandrasana. So bend the front knee, step the back foot in, and then straighten the front leg. We can keep this back hand on the hip, so it's not really about the hand. And just come up onto the tiptoe of the back leg with the hips and the chest open to the side, and you'll feel a lot of work in the standing leg.
Oops.
And slowly release. We're going to bring the chair in front of us and come to a wide-legged forward fold. So sort of like a down dog, but with your legs wide. Perfect. You can come onto your forearms. You can, find the position that's right for you. And then we're just trying to let go of all the effort that our legs just did for us. So sort of shift your weight into your heels. Shift your weight into your toes. Shift your weight forward and back. You can bend one knee and then the other. Really just releasing the leg. Make circles or say yes, yes, no, no with the head in this position so that you can release the neck. And then slowly toe heel your feet together. Come up onto your hands and come to standing. Our peak pose for the class is going to be pyramid pose at the wall. So this should be really nice on your back. You're going to want to come about 2 feet away from the wall.
Do I need my mat?
No, you don't need your mat.
Okay.
And your hands should be, you're going to start with your hands a little bit high, like shoulder height, and slowly walk them down the wall. First, step your right foot back so that your feet are about a foot apart, but they are in line with your hips. So it's not a super wide stance. And then you're going to slowly walk your hands down the wall, lengthening the upper back so that you come into a pyramid pose, but really you're allowing your whole side bodies to lengthen. So your hips are shifting back in space, and you walk your hands down, down, down. Yup, perfect. That might be a little bit too low. Yeah, and then if you straighten your arms and deepen your hip creases, you will feel a wonderful stretch all the way from the tops of the sitting bones through the sides of the waist.
Yes, that will be straighten out. Okay.
One more breath here, really releasing the lower back. And then slowly walk your hands back up the wall. Bring the right foot to meet the left. And you can just bring your head to the wall, forehead to the wall for a breath. And then slowly come back to your 2 feet away from the wall. And hands are somewhere between the shoulders and the hips on the wall though. Step the left foot back. So your feet are facing the same way, sort of like a very short warrior one. And now you're going to walk your hands down the wall, deepening the hip creases, lengthening the spine, straightening the arms until you get to almost like your torso is parallel to the floor, which of course is dependent upon your flexibility, and that doesn't matter. You know, we celebrate where we are today. But until you feel this wonderful stretch, starting from the tops of the sit bones, going all the way up the back, really releasing the lower back and the sides of the waist. 3 more deep breaths here. And then on the next inhale, you're going to walk your hands up the wall and bring your forehead to the wall just for a breath. And come back. Are you able to sit on the chair like this with your legs on the sides or no?
See?
Okay. I don't want to stress because we're trying to come down, so I don't want to stress.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Don't go there.
back around this way. And we're just gonna do some final stretches. So extend one leg, come to the edge of the chair, extend one leg, bring your hands to the seat of the chair, and slowly come forward any amount. So we're really releasing any tension in the back of the extended leg. And then on your own, when you're ready, we're going to come back to sitting and switch the legs. So that extended leg comes back, the other leg extends out. First, sit up tall so that your hips are really, you're bending forward really from the hip creases, not from our waist, which is like our natural tendencies. Using the sides of the chair to lift and lengthen out of the pelvis. Then come forward from the hip creases so that you get a really nice stretch on the back of the extended leg. When you're ready, no rush, inhale back to center. And we're gonna bring, can you bring one leg up like this or no?
I can do it here, but I can't do it there. No cross leg on this one.
Okay, so let's just not do that. Let's just do a twist then. Would you rather twist on the floor? Like a supine spinal twist?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's do that on the floor. And then we'll come into Shavasana. So get ready with whatever props you want to use for Shavasana. If you have an eye pillow or a blanket for under your head, we're not going to use them yet.
Okay.
Once we're down, we'll stay down.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. So first we will do this twist and then we'll use the bolster to do a bridge. So come down onto the floor and bring your knees into your chest. Give them a nice hug. Fingers pointing down towards your toes and knees in your hands like it's a ball in a mitt. Slowly make circles using the hands to release any tension in the hips and the back. Circle the other way. And then bringing the knees close into the chest, you're going to slowly lower them to the left. Keeping the right shoulder down on the mat. Extend the right arm so that it holds the shoulder down on the mat. And you can either keep the left arm open in a T or have the left arm on your knees to sort of allow the twist to happen from the middle of the back. Inhale, one leg at a time, back to center. Again, bring your hands to your knees like mitts on a ball. And then slowly allow the knees to come down towards your chest. You make circles again. And then we're going to slowly lower the knee over to the right. Making sure the shoulder, God bless you, stays on the floor. And then I like to use the right hand to allow the twist to really intensify in my middle upper back, not at the hip. Inhale back to center. And we're going to set up for a bridge pose using the bolster. We'll come to the bottom of your mat so that once we're done with the bridge, we can slide back into Shavasana. And bring your hips onto the bolster. Slowly lower yourself down onto the floor. Let me see. And make sure that your lower back is long. So you can either grab the sides of the bolster and lengthen, or grab the sides of the mat with your thumb side up and pull that down so that you catch the skin on your lower back.
So you want my hips on the bolster?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, but I want the bolster long so you can have it under your Shavasana.
Got it.
Can you twist the bolster like 90 degrees?
Oh, the other way. Give me.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Just because it'll be more comfortable once we get into Shavasana.
This way, this long.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And have your hips on the bolster.
Okay.
Perfect. Yep. And then just make sure that your lower back is long on the bolster.
My lower back?
Yeah, so what I mean by that is...
What is this? You have to show me. Where do you want my...
So the bolster's here.
Oh, you want it under my back, not my hips.
Under your hips, but I want your lower back lengthened. I don't want your back to be like arched. I want your lower back to be lengthened so that you're pointed towards your heels.
Got it.
And then you can keep your legs extended if it's not too much pressure on your lower back. But you can also put your feet on the floor and bend your knees.
This is good.
Okay, great. So then that's an even more extreme version of the pose, because now you get the hip flexor tip. So if that feels good, enjoy it. And as you stay in this position, you will feel there's like a massaging of your thyroid, your Jalandhara Bandha, your net lock is naturally engaged. And your entire nervous system will begin to slow down and relax. When you're ready, you can just slide back so that the bolster is under your knees and come into Shavasana. So, yep, you got it. Bring your head, bring your eye pillow on. Make sure that your lower back is lengthened, so your tailbone is tucked slightly, and the floor is sort of tractioning your lower back. And then I like to push into my elbows to lift my chest, bring my shoulder blades together and underneath my back, and then come back down. And then bring your hands to the nape of your neck. Lift your head to lengthen the back of the neck, slightly tuck the chin, and then lower it back down so that the whole back body is long. And then lower the hands down by your sides, palms face up, coming back into our natural default resting pose of the body. Allow the feet to open like pages of a book. Allow the hands to open so that they're resting on the outer two knuckles. And really feel yourself melting into the floor. Relax the entire right leg from the toes to the hips and the hips to the toes. Relax the entire right side of the waist from the hips to the shoulder and the shoulder to the hips. Relax the entire right arm from the shoulder to the fingertips and the fingertips to the shoulder. Relax the entire right side of the neck. Relax the entire left leg from the toes to the hips and the hips to the toes. Relax the entire left side of the body from the hips to the shoulder and the shoulder to the hips. Relax the entire left arm from the shoulder to the fingertips and the fingertips to the shoulder. Relax the entire left side of your neck. Relax your jaw. Relax the tongue off the roof of your mouth. Relax the sides of your nose. Relax your eye socket. Relax your forehead. Relax your stomach. Feel your chest rise with the inhale in, and your chest fall with the exhale in. Feel your belly rise with the inhale in, and your belly fall with the exhale. begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. You can take a morning stretch or give yourself a hug, whatever feels more natural. And roll to one side in a fetal position. And in this moment, scan your body, your mind, your emotions, and see the benefits of the practice. When you're ready, using your arms, you can push yourself up to a seating position. And we'll seal our practice with 3 deep breaths and 1 Om. Inhale. Exhale. Bow your forehead to your fingertips. Thank yourself for taking care of yourself. And I thank you for letting me guide you. Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste, Candace. It was so nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.